Hello coders, good morning. It's a bit of a weird one today because I don't normally stream on Saturdays, but I thought that I would just crack this out and get this running. This is a stream all about me learning how to use the Stripe checkout. So we're going to build the checkout today for How to Code Well. And it's, I don't really have much of a plan other than that, really. I mean, this is the if I showed you the page, right? So this is the local site. The live site is obviously howtocodewell.net, like this. And at the moment on the live site, obviously, when you click on login, it will take you to this coming soon section. But on the local site, on this site here, if I was to click on login, you can obviously create an account or log in with an account, continue with GitHub as well. And the thing I want to do today is on this join section, so it's mostly, I suppose, for registration, is to wire up these two things. So at the moment, when you can create a free account at the moment. So you click on start learning to code, and you create an account as usual, and then you've seen all the stuff. You can get into the back end and all of that jazz. Create your own account, enroll in courses and all that fancy stuff. I mean, if I was to let's just create one. Let's not bother. I've shown all this on Twitch. Let's click on join now again, get back to the pricing page. So essentially what I would like is to have these two buttons go to, you can see in the URL bar, this is add subscription /monthly, add subscription /yearly. Essentially I want, when you click on these buttons, I want the user to go to a checkout page, and that checkout page will be, like the Stripe page, that kind of thing. And I must say, I haven't really done this before. I think I've done it once or twice, but that was a while back. So things have probably changed. I'm probably going to struggle with this a lot.
Happy coding.
I'm probably going to struggle a lot with this. So we'll see. We'll see. Hey, thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. Okay. Where do I start? I suppose we start by, once clicking on here, we actually get to that page, right? So I suppose we get to a checkout page. I suppose that's kind of where we need to start with. Let's get to the old code, this tab, and let's build. If we go to our, what am I looking for? Controllers, front end, there is. Thinking there is a checkout controller. This is what I was playing with last night, and I was playing around with like an index page and stuff. I reckon we could probably use that. I'm going to comment this out for a second because this is stuff that I think doesn't work. I threw it together last night. Let's just put that in. Let's create from here. I'm going to just delete that for a second, and we're going to use this. This is the index for the checkout. So we go /checkout. Index is the method name, and we're going to do this. I suppose we would do a render, I guess. I haven't got the twig template working for this yet. Let me just double check something a minute. Yeah, so you pass in the twig and then the bits and pieces. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I guess the first thing I need to do is create a template, I suppose. I don't think I've got one built here. So we've got in front end. I suppose we need to have a new directory. Let's turn that up a wee bit. I can't hear it. and we're going to do checkout. Why not? And in checkout, we're going to have a new file, and we're going to call this index.twig. No, .html. html.twig. There we go. And I suppose what we should do is keep the format of the other things. Let's just use Discord as an example. Let's just grab that, paste that in here, and I am going to probably delete everything from this downwards, I think. So we end up with our template here. We got let's just put in checkout. That's fine. It's extending the base twig, which is fine. I mean, that's good. Okay, so then what we need to do is let's go over to, let's get rid of some of this junk. And I am going to do this in split right. Close that down. Load that up. Is it that one? It's that one. Get rid of some of this rubbishness. Too much distractions. Get rid of that one too. Okay. Just discovered I'm not on the right controller. Checkout controller. There we go. Okay, so we're here, and this needs to go to our index, which is in there. So it's front end. It is checkout index. There we go. Let's hit save, and let's just see if we can actually get to that route. That would probably be handy. So checkout. And fingers crossed. It's taking a bit of time, isn't it? What's going on? Let's have a look at the logs. Oops, I have some error. What is this? The controller must return a response. Object returned. Object, but return null. Okay, this is because I'm not returning it, am I? Silly mistakes. There we go. I would probably so I'm just having a look at the comments there. So that's a great question. I got a question. If you should make a member area, with what language will you do it in? Probably PHP or Python. Either one of those two. Probably PHP though. And to be honest, we already kind of have a member area. Let me just refresh this. I'll show you in a minute. Give me a second. Yay! Okay, so when I mean the member area, if we did, hopefully this is all wired up, I don't know yet. If we did, this is a relatively new machine, so I want to say that the database is set up. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me deal with this. Oh, is that because I've gone and commented out that route? Yes, I have. Okay, give me a sec. See, this is the difference, right? I do a lot of streaming on Twitch, and everyone on Twitch is used to me making a lot of mistakes. So please bear with me. I'm gonna have to put in all those silly imports in again, aren't I? That's annoying. Sorry about this. Not found. Exception. This is a subscription plan. This is a session cart. Get session cart. Hang on a minute. What's going on? Let me just comment that out. Right. Bear with me a second whilst I just get this back to a stable state. Sorry. And whilst that goes and thinks about it, I'm going to just jump onto Stripe a second. There we go. All right. Okay. So our members area. If I did a login, and let's have a look at one of my fixtures, because I can't remember what the thing is called. It's user fixtures, and the username will go in as this user. So I guess this is not really seen much on YouTube. It's mostly seen on Twitch, but essentially I've been building this site for a long time, and I've been building it on Twitch. So I suppose this is this the first time I've shown, or one of very few times I've shown this on YouTube? But this is going to be the How to Code Well platform. So this is your sort of little area here. So you've got your account type and you've got your profile. Now, obviously, if I showed you the live site, it's just you just go to the coming soon page, because this is all in development. All of this is in dev. So yeah, this is your when you log in, this is your bits and pieces. So you've got your courses there, your recommended courses, the account type that you can upgrade if you want to. You got your profile bits, and if we clicked on courses. See, I told you it was all in dev. Let me see. What's this? Internal name is free. Okay, is there... Let me solve that for a second. That shouldn't have failed. Neither the property or subscription plan gets... Let me... I tell you what, because we're now going off piste, let's go to I'm just going to jump onto GitHub. Bear with me a minute. I'm going to raise this as a bug. Otherwise, what will happen, you see, is I'll end up not doing the thing that I intended to do on stream, but fix everything else. Typical. Right, let me just sign into GitHub, because apparently I'm not signed in. Give me a second. I'm putting in secrets. Told you this was a new machine. Yes. Yes, I would like to paste that, thank you. Right, bear with me a second. Yep. Rats. Okay, bear with me. I need to find my phone. I'll be a couple of minutes whilst I look for the phone for the auth code. Bear with me. Well, that didn't take long. Okay, give me a second whilst I just sort this out. We are looking for... Authy. There we go. Right. There we go. Okay, I'm in the room now. I'm back in the room. Okay, so... Okay, here we go. What I'm going to do, because that failed, is I'm going to just create a little ticket, a little issue for myself to fix that. And I'll do that probably tomorrow. Bug report. Okay, so what's the deal here? I logged in. So it is error on courses page in admin. So it's a code issue. Login as, and what was the user I logged in as? It is this dude, which was the free test account. And login as, go to courses from the left-hand menu, and then the error will paste that in, which is this one. Okay. Da-da-da-da. All right, I will submit that, assign it to myself. Labels is bug. Project is this one, obviously, and the milestone, it needs to be done by Q2. Okay, all right, I'm gonna just try this again, but with the other account, I think. I just wanna see if I log out and I go to, because I wonder if it's just for the free account, I don't know. So let's go to a monthly user and log in. There we go. Is this gonna fail again? I reckon it will. It's annoying because I really want to fix it, but it's not what I want to do today, as in like, that's a bug, isn't it? I tell you what, give me, let's time it. Let's say half an hour to fix this issue. If I can't fix this issue in half an hour, in 30 minutes, then I will continue down the road of what we were trying to do. So neither property subscription plan nor subscription plan, blah, 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 exists and have public access on the entity. Right, okay. Right, I'll deal with you later. Let's get to the user entity here. And it is, what is the twig thing going on here? So until 10:30, I've got till 10:30 to fix this. That's the root name. Is there a way I can get hold of the twig? Well, it would be, if I was to think it through, it would go to front end and it would land in course. No, it wouldn't even be it'd be in counts, wouldn't it? And then it'll be in courses. It'll be here. Aha, I can see it. Let's just let's get rid of this for a second, and you can see it here. It's grayed out. It's grayed out. Okay, let's get to the user. Let's see, what have we got? Plan, username, blah 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 blah. I want to find, you got orders, sub. No, we don't have. Have I not? Roles, course registrations, orders. No, I don't. I don't have it. And it should be plan. Right. No, I don't. Okay. That's frustrating. Let's just see if I've got anything in the history, because obviously I had it once. So let's just see what's what the deal is with this. There's no history. Marvelous. Okay, I'm gonna have to build something, aren't I? Yeah. Subscription. 5 minutes gone. Subscription plan. That's what we're calling it. And I guess if we were to have a look at the entities, this would be. This is going to also require migrations. Now I said that, let me just have a look at the current migration set. Bear with me a sec. Let's go to not data fixtures. Come out of you. Migrations. Let's have a look for subscription plan alter table. Package. Looks like I don't have it. Alter table. User subscription ID. Hang on a minute. What's this? Subscription. What's that? Let me just double check. Is my database up to date with everything? Let's do a 7 minutes gone. Let's do bash, and let's do a no. Let's come out of bash for a second. Let's go do a make db. Let's do make tests. No, that's not going to work. Make db. Well, we got db test import create. Nope. 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 That's not it. This is going to probably cry a lot on a lot of things. It's a bit of a big hitter, this. Let's have a look at getting the make file, and we're going to have a look at here we go. It's this one. This is what I need. Okay. Let's just run that again. Tidy up that. All right, no, I thought that was going to be a problem. Let's just put this in. Validate my schema, please. Yeah, no, that's fine. I would have thought that would have failed. All right, let's do a make db test rebuild. These are all commands that I created to do various things on the system. Yeah. Okay, odd. Okay, 10 minutes gone. Right, let's get to let's just create private Let's do subscription. I think that's right. Subscription. Let me just see what that is. So we got the subscription order item here, the plan. Aha, that's what I would find it from, and then we got this get current. Okay, yeah, I think that's sensible. So let's create a thing here. This is the order summary. This is going to be it's a many-to-one, not a one-to-many, because many of this entity will have one subscription. Yeah, that's correct. So let's see, many-to-one, many-to-one, many-to-one. Here we go. It's much like this, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so well, that's fine. Let's paste that into here. 11 minutes gone. So many-to-one. This is going to be the target entity, which is subscription. We won't worry about that cascading, I don't think. This is the database. This is the thing. So we'll do subscription because only a user can have one subscription at any time. I can't spell subscription. In fact, subscription ID. I think that will happen by default anyway, and then it needs to be nullable. Okay, we're gonna 12 minutes gone. Let's just go and create a little test for this. In tests, obviously. Pete, come on, think about it. Units, and we go into the entity, and it is the user test. 12 minutes gone, and we'll do a public function set or test set subscription. Alright, we'll instantiate a new user. And we will also build a new subscription, but just give me a second. I tell you what I'm going to do before I do any of this, because I don't want to be caught out. Let's just run the tests as they are. So make test unit. 13 minutes gone. Come on. Got till past to fix this bug. Nope, that's all failed. What's this? Customer trait. Oh, hang on a minute. Hold fire. I put this in traits. I did. Customer trait. Subscription. Yeah. I've already done it. I've already done it. I can't believe that. I've just wasted a load of time. All right, let's remove all of this. 14 minutes gone. Come on, you got 15 minutes to 16 minutes to sort this out. Ah, dear. Right, let's just do another one. Make test unit. Run all the units. Oh, gosh. I should have done this beforehand. I should have ran the test of the units before. Realized I had the thing. Oh, never mind. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I want to get on with the checkout page, so if you don't mind, thank you. Right, that's all done. And then, I suppose it's the template that is failing, right? It's this thing here. So this would be subscription, and then this would be, no, hang on a minute. That would be current, and then that would be no, or is it plan? Plan dot internal name. Probably going to have to tidy that up. Let me just see if that actually works. 15 minutes gone. We've got 15 minutes. Unsure why that's happened. Let's get into here. Let's load up the fixtures again. We're logging in as the monthly user. Come on. Come on. See, this is what usually happens on the Twitch streams, is I have my good intentions. Here we go. That's what I want to show you. And then this would be your courses. So let's click on one of these. So as I'm logged in now, I can actually see the course. And if I did a watch of a course, so all the courses come up here. If we go back to your accounts, and we go back to courses, you can see that you've enrolled in the course already because you clicked that watch courses thing. So this is the user bit. I'm glad I fixed it. I just want to make sure I can log in with the free account user. So let's hit login. 18 minutes gone. Let's hit courses now. Sweet. That's good. Yeah. So you can only list the courses that you've enrolled in once you're in a premium account, so monthly or users. So and then another feature that I want to build later on, maybe this year, is recommended courses. Excellent. Okay, that's fixed. Okay, what I'm going to do is just do a quick git commit. Yeah, okay. Okay. Right. Now can we get back to what I was originally trying to do? Let's get back onto GitHub a second and then just say that this is fixed in the payment entity branch, just as a note for me. Right, let's get back to the whole point of this stream. I'm so sorry about that. And that is to build the checkout page. So if I hit log out. And going back to the members area question, I think in the future, I mean, we have our Discord server, but I think in the future there might be a need for a forum, maybe. Anyway, right, so let me reset my brain back to where we were before. Okay, so where we were before was we had the checkout. So we fixed that in 20 minutes, just under. That's not bad. Yeah, so it was this thing here. which is the index, and if we went to checkout, this is where we get to. Sweet. All right. Okay. So I suppose really what I would like to have is on the right-hand side the plan that you've selected, and then on the left-hand side the payment details. I think that's all I need. Really. Yep. I think that's correct. Now, let me just check the flow. If I hit join now, and I hit this one and the free account, this should take you to the registration page. That is correct. If I hit join now, my question is, do I want the user to go back to the registration page? I suppose they would need to go to the registration, create their account, and then get to that section. Yeah. All right, I tell you what, let's miss that step out for now. I might be able to do that tomorrow on Switch. So let's wire this up. So when you press Go Pro, that's going to go to /checkout /add subscription /monthly. Let's just see what happens if we click on that. I don't know. That's going to probably run this here. And it's going to, which is checkout, add subscription monthly, class, session card does not exist. Aha. This is the stuff I was playing with yesterday. And I'm going to run this and save it. No, I won't. Not yet. This should... Yeah, that should then redirect to here. Gotcha. Alright, let's go back. Let's hit GoPro on this one. So this should do a jump. It should go to that subscription page, and then it should go to the checkout. So what's going on here? Return value of blah blah blah, add subscription to cart, must be an instance of... really? Have I screwed that up? Why is that returning that? That's not good. What have I done? That's not good. That's the wrong thing to return. It should redirect. It should return this, right? Yeah. Come on, there we go. Okay, cool. So it's landed in here, and then it's come into there, which is great. Which means now I can use this as a means of capturing the plan that's been chosen and save it to the session. And then up here we can read that back. All right, let's test that theory out, shall we? Session cart set from request. Session. This is all the stuff I did yesterday, but I didn't really run it and see it. So the idea is this is going to. This is this is something I built last night. It's session cart, get cart, add subscription, passing in the plan ID, which should really be the ID of the plan, not the external ID of the plan. So plan get ID. toString, and then save that, and then really sort of up here, I'll deal with all this stuff in a minute, and then up here I really want to get the request back, so kind of want that to happen. Well, actually, session cart set from request. And then it is session cart get cart. Cart. And then this one will be cart get line items. Let me just step through this, because this, again, like I said, like this, here we go, line items. I think what I'm going to do is build a public function get subscription in here, and it's going to return this line items subscription. So this will return a string. Okay, cool. And here we can do get subscription. So this is going to be subscription plan is equal to this. And then from here, because what I don't want to do, I don't want to be sending a plan ID across the wire, across the URL. So it's either monthly or yearly, and then from that we get the plan, we save the plan to the session, and then we redirect to here. Then I get the plan from the session. So this should be subscription plan ID. And then what we do is we do plan equals this, plan repository, find by, there we go, find by, or just find, and then subscription plan ID. Okay, now I'm going to pass that into here as the plan. Like so. Pass that in there. I mean, there's lots of stuff I need to check and deal with around here, but let's just get this running and showing. So that passes in the plan, or subscription plan. Right, that goes back to here, and then what we can do is I'm just going to print that out. So subscription is, and then this will be plan, subscription plan, sorry, dot, and it will be name. Let's save that. Let's refresh this. Let's go back to here and let's see if this works. Let's hit go. Apparently it doesn't, and I've screwed something up. This is an unexpected error on something else, which is up here. can't see. Oh yeah, there's a red marker there. Ah yes. Right, let's go back a minute. Hit that. Do. Impossible to access an attribute name of null variable. Right, this is interesting. So why is that null? I tell you what we could do. Has that save routine? Has that actually saved it? Session set name, cart model, this cart model. Cart model is what we just set here. Tell you what, let's do a dump of carts for a second. And let's just comment that out a minute. Hey, from Uzbekistan. Thank you for joining. Why does that have a... Why did that not dump out anything? What's going on? This is weird. Return cart model. Cart model. If there isn't a cart model, then we... Interesting. Here we go, dumped contents. Subscription is blank. Ah, right. So it's not setting the subscription for some reason. For some reason, it's not setting that. Okay, maybe I can do this slightly easier than dealing with the cart model. Maybe I can do it. Yeah, maybe all I need to do. Maybe I'm over-engineering that. I reckon I am. Let's just do this. This makes sense, right? Let's just do. So screw the session cart. There's no need for that. I think I've overcomplicated this. Typical me, I've overcomplicated all of this. What I'm going to do is, I do need that. I do need... Right. So what I need to do is I need to do this. I need to do request, get session, set, selected, subscription plan, ID, and we're going to set that. That's the value, isn't it? That needs to be plan. Get ID, I think that's probably wise. There we go. And that's a toString. Right, and then when we do a redirection up to here, we should be able to pull that out. So we should be able to do request get session get, and the name that we've done is this here. That's the plan ID, and then we find that. Okay. Okay, let's try that out. That's like a very simplified version of what I was trying to achieve. Oh, hang on. Is PHP my absolute favorite language? Do I love PHP? I prefer it than JavaScript, but I wouldn't say I love it. Yeah, JavaScript's a pain. JavaScript over anything else, like React or Vue. Okay, let's do pricing. But I really like Python. Really like Python. Python is just such a nice language to. It's very. I find it just nice to look at because of all the indentation and everything. And it's got so many different sort of use cases. It's great. But I mostly write in Python. Sorry, in PHP. I mostly do PHP. Okay, here we go. What's going on here? The identifier is missing. Do I have to do a find in here? Do I have to do a... That's the ID, that's the lock. Let me just... Can I do a dump of subscription ID at this stage? Just to see what has come through? I'm sure that's... Let's just end the processing here. Null. Why is that? Why is that null? That's annoying. Oh, I've got it around the wrong way. It's name and nan value. What a fool. And that's probably why the other thing didn't work, but whatever. I thought it was the other way around. Lol. Let's just check that theory. Nah, I mean, I do a lot of PHP, and I think that's probably why. I mean, I do a lot of PHP stuff. But I'm open to other languages. Like, if I had time, if I had lots of time. I think my OBS is struggling. Why is that saying cannot be reached? Oh dear, I think the internet's dropped. Am I back? I think the internet just having a little bit of a problem there. I think it's because I said that I would learn Go, and everything just stopped. It's like, what? Learning Go? You don't want to be doing that. I'll stop your stream. Okay, so that's coming back now as monthly. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So if I was to go back to pricing, excuse me, and then do a Go Pro as yearly. Yay, we got yearly pricing. That's great. I don't know what's going on with the stream today. I'm very sorry. It seems to be jumping up and down like all sorts of things. We'll try again. Okay, so we got this thing. We got this switch now where you can choose between monthly and yearly. So if I went to, so it's saying yearly here. If I went to pricing and chose monthly, and all we're doing is just setting a session we're setting a session, and we're redirecting. That's better. And we're redirecting, so we're setting a session in here, monthly and yearly, and then we're just redirecting onto here. I suppose what I need to do, excuse me, is ensure that there is a something in here, right? So for instance, if I was to do if subscription plan ID, if that was empty, right? Then what we want to do is redirect them back to something else. So we want to probably redirect them to the pricing page or something. So we'll do this redirect to root, and we'll go to the pricing page. And we'll return that. Likewise, if there's no subscription found, then we will return the user back to that as well. So if there's no, if the subscription plan is not an instance of, so subscription plan instance of, and it's subscription plan. If that's not, then we will redirect to here. And then what we do is obviously fix you, and then we redirect to the checkout. So it does two checks. So checking whether we got the plan, and then checking that the plan is valid. Okay, so once we've done that, we should really get to the point where we can sort of display this on the left-hand side, well, as I am here, and then the form on the right-hand side. Because I suppose what I would like to do is, if there was a monthly user, sort of give them the opportunity to upgrade to yearly. That would be cool. Anyway, I suppose what I should do, we can work through all that later. What I'm going to do though is just get stuck in with the Stripe stuff. I think that's probably what I'm gonna focus on. Right, so I think I have so I'm just gonna Google something, Stripe, and we're gonna look for we're just gonna have a look at an example. I think that's legacy. I don't want that. Is an older payments API that doesn't handle bank requests for card authentication. Okay, so I'm just having a look at the docs. So composer require stripe. Let's put this in another tab so I can actually see it better. So let me ask you, what is your favorite programming language? Is it PHP or is it JavaScript? And why? Why do you prefer it over the other ones? Okay, so we've already installed Stripe PHP. That's the SDK. Okay, it's saying to have elements available on your page, add this into the head of the page, which is the Stripe. I wonder if I can get this from like an NPM package. I wonder if that would work. Here we go. Stripe Node Library. The Stripe Node Library provides convenient access to the Stripe API from applications written in server-sided JavaScript. Yuck, 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 yuck. That's not what we want. No, don't want that. Okay. Okay, so it's saying that I need to provide this into the header script, which is the Stripe thing. Yeah, so I'm going to go over to wherever the head is built, which is in front-end base. And we have our style sheets down here. It's saying to add it to the head, which is unfortunate because it's whoops, because this is all done in the footer. But that script should always be loaded directly from. Right, okay, so it's saying don't do it from npm, fine. Create an instance of elements with the following JavaScript on your page. And then we've got a form, it's saying. Create a token and all that jazz. Okay, we haven't got that far yet. Let's add this in then. To the head, which is here. We'll put it at the bottom, so we'll bung it there. And we will just see whether that loads. So if we go to View, Developer, DevTools, and of course you've popped out in that. That's annoying. View, Developer, DevTools. There we go. All right. So let's refresh the page. There we go, that's Stripe, that's loaded, and we can see in the network tab, that's what I was looking for, sorry. There we go, so that did come back as a 200 OK. Okay. All right, so that's the JavaScript dealt with. Okay, that script should always be loaded directly from here. Create an instance of elements with the following JavaScript on your payment page. So I need to put in the Stripe key. That's annoying. Why would I do that in JavaScript and not in PHP? Right, hang on a minute. reading the docs here about setting up subscriptions. It's slightly different to what I was expecting. Create a subscription with checkout. Checkout is used, so we set up Stripe, that's done. I've done the CLI install, create the business model, that's all done. Create a checkout session. And then we got the session URL, send customers to the checkout form. So the form has, that has the v3 in it. Then you've got the button to subscribe. Fine, okay, that makes sense. And then you have var checkout session function price ID, fetching the checkout. Okay, I tell you what, I could probably load this in another browser and show you what I'm doing. Would probably make a little bit of sense, otherwise I'm just going to talk. I don't want to be logged in. How do I? Two seconds whilst I sort out my sign out. Yes, I want to be signed out of this browser. Thank you. Right, let's refresh. There we go. Okay, this is what I'm reading. This is what I'm reading here. Subscriptions with checkout and customer portal. This is what we're going to be working through. Learn how to offer and manage subscriptions with different pricing options. Okay, so create this. So I've done all this already. We've installed Stripe SDK. And we've installed the CLI for Stripe. I've also logged in. Create a business. That's kind of already set up. And now it's saying on the back end of your application, define an endpoint that creates a session for your front end to call. You need these values: the price ID of the subscription that the customer is signing up for, your success URL on a page on your website that the checkout returns your customers to, and a cancel URL. Okay, let's tell you what, let's just do that. Let's just do that before we go any further, because so this is our checkout page. And I suppose what will happen is once they press OK, price ID of the subscription and a cancel URL. Okay, let's read the docs here. So we have our, this looks like it's done in Slim framework. So add app function request, response, and next. Return next. Okay, that is the create checkout session, which is this function here. We've got our checkout session with our success URL and our cancel URL. We also have our payment method types and the mode. And then down here we return JSON, and then we have a session. Okay. In the response object, calls endpoint success URL. Right. Create checkout. So I'm guessing what we need to do is on our checkout page, this is what this is. We create our checkout session. When we do try, what does that do? Checkout, do we return? Well, we respond with JSON. Send the customers to the checkout form. Ah, right, sorry. So this is the form here, we've got our post request, create a checkout session, and then we've got some stuff, add the event, add an event handler to the button to redirect checkout, calling redirect to checkout, and passing the checkout session ID. Price ID refers to the ID of the price created in step 2. And then this is the mechanics for the, I think this is the webhooks, yeah. Okay. Where's the form though? Checkout form. On the front end of your application, add a button that takes the customer to checkout to complete their payment. You also need to include Stripe.js. Always load Stripe directly from, you can't bundle it or be self-hosted. Okay. So this button here, var checkout session function, pass in the price ID, it returns this, create a checkout, which is what we dealt with in the first up in here, isn't it? Create a checkout session. Okay, I suppose we just start from the top and work our way down, I guess. Right, okay, fine. Okay, let's go. Create a checkout session. That is our success. That is our cancelled. This is our method and our mode. These are the line items. So, okay. I guess what we need to do then is essentially what this was trying to do. So you're getting the plans, you're setting it to the session. I think what I need to do at this stage yeah, I think at this stage I need to do Stripe checkout session create. What do they call that? Checkout session is equal to it's a session which is Stripe checkout. Up we go. Create. It's an array. We have the success URL, which I can never spell success correctly, successfully. We also have our cancel URL, yeah, which I'm going to have to set up. Then we have our payment method types. I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to copy that for a sec. Well, no, I won't. Payment method types. Let's do payment method types. It's just an array with a single element in there, which is card. Then after that, we have our mode. And the mode is going to be, I think it's subscription, if I read that rightly. Yep, it's subscription. Subscription. Then we have our line items. Okay, in the line items, this is an array, and we have our price. Now their price is coming from, they're coming from body and then price ID. I think because what we've got, we're passing in the type of subscription plan. From here, I think I should be able to do plan, get price, Now, what is that? That would be an external ID, I suppose. Not my internal ID. I think. And I don't have it. I don't have external on there, which is annoying. Price ID. The price ID of the subscription the customer is signing for. Your front end passes this value. Does it really? Right. Bear with me a minute. I'm going to have a little nose in the old environment variables. Give me a second. Interesting. Let me see. I'm just going into my Stripe backend for a second, and we have 3 course subscriptions. One is free, one is monthly, one is yearly. These are the plan IDs. And I guess if I was to click on one of these things, we would have our price per unit, course subscription, monthly charges, pricing. How do I get that? I'm a little lost. Let me just I'm just wondering where that comes from. I mean, it's in this sense, it's coming from the body price ID, but I'm just wondering where that originates from. Is it provision and monitor? Here we go. Price ID. Stringify price ID. Pass the price ID of your customer's selection to the backend or endpoint that creates the session. Isn't that the plan ID though, not the price ID? I mean, I'm in Stripe and I can't find price IDs. I would have thought that would be plan ID. Price ID. Checkout creates checkout. Then you'll need to define price ID as a price ID before this code block. Right. Here's an example. Add an event handler to calling redirect route and pass the checkout session ID. Here, price ID refers to the ID from the price created in step 2. Right. How do I find these things in... So in Stripe, I've got products. I've got pricing, API, add another price, additional options, standard pricing. Okay, I'm going to add one into my Stripe console a minute. Bear with. usage is whatever, test, add a price. Ugh. Of course you want me to do that. Okay, give me a minute. I am just doing some bits and pieces that I shouldn't be put on stream, so give me a second. Da 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 da. Right, it's weird because it just has plan ID. That's now price ID. Why are these all plan IDs though? What is with this? I think I'm gonna just double check something a minute because I've created a price in Stripe and I've got the right ID, price ID, but the other ones I've created have plan IDs and I'm not sure why. Let me just so I'm having a little bit of a play. Can I associate that to a subscription? Course subscription. Price per unit. No. V1 plans. Maybe that is the thing. Maybe that is the thing. Maybe that is. Who knows? Okay, I've just created a dummy one. I think for now I'll just do it. I'll just create a dummy one for now. Okay, so I've got our dummy price ID. So I will put this in here. That's the way to do it, isn't it? That's the way to do it. I reckon I need to get this back from price ID. Right. Somehow I need to get that from the ENVs. Yep. All right. Let me just do something a little bit hush hush on stream. Give me a second whilst I deal with this. So what I'm doing is I'm just creating some environment variables. Even though these are just test things, I'm just, you know, Stripe price monthly. And that is the other one. And yeah, we'll add another one as well. Maybe they've changed it, I don't know, but it was all plan underscore, but this is now different. Price, so that's gonna be, let's make a bit of room there. That's gonna be the free one. And what I'm going to quickly, quickly do, is I'm going to just change this to be you, and change that to be monthly, and that is, save that. Do I have the ability to edit the actual name of the price? It doesn't appear to. Alright, bear with me. I'm playing around in the Stripe console for a second. Okay, we're going to add monthly, and that's that amount, and add the price. That's so frustrating that I can't actually add. That's annoying. I can't add the. I'm obviously doing something wrong. I'm trying to change the name of this. I can't. Anyway, add another one. Oh, right, I can. Oh. I can do that. It was in advanced options. Changing a name of something, in my opinion, isn't an advanced option, but whatever. So this is free. So I'm basically what I'm doing in Stripe that you can't see on stream is I am creating some prices in the back end, and then I want to add another one, which is yearly. Yay! Woo! And now I've got all the IDs that I can use, so let's deal with that. That is my free account, so we'll put that in. Then this is going to be the monthly one. And after this, I'm going to put in the yearly one. Yay! Just make sure that's all correct. Yep. And that's done. Okay. Right. And then what I'm going to do is in my services, again, I'm going to do this off string for a minute whilst I just screw around with this. I need to do where does this live? It lives in config services, and I need to add my various things to here. So we'll do Stripe free price ID. That's going to be monthly, and this one's going to be yearly, and that's all good. And also what I'm going to do is grab that. Nearly there, sorry. Nearly there. I'm doing secret things. Secret things. We'll get there in a minute. Come on. Oh yeah, and I need to change that to the other thing. Awesome. Right, I think I'm there. Okay, so sorry about that. What I need to do is do a parameter bag. And essentially, once you've got the plan, we need to get the... once we have the plan, we should have our plan name, or we could use the internal name, for instance. So that's the name. And we can do an if name 123 is equal to, say, free, then it is this, no it's not, it's param bag get, and I've already forgotten it. Give me a second. Lol. That's right, it's that. Right, yeah, I've got it. It should be this. No. There we go. There we go. Right. Plan ID is equal to you. Plan ID, if that's monthly, is equal to monthly. And the other one is going to be, surprise, surprise, yearly. Woo! And then once we've got that, we can pass that now into its price, not plan, but never mind. Okay. Let's get the free version for by default. Okay. So what's the next? What's the next thing I need to do? What's the next thing I need to do here? That's that. Okay. For metered billing, do not pass this. I think there's only, yeah, that's fine. I think I will. It's not metered. Quantity is 1. Woo! Okay. Then we've got some try and catch jobbies. Return. So this returns JSON, does it? This needs to return JSON. I'm wondering if I need to do this in another place. Or at least Return with session ID, session ID, ID. Ah, gotcha. So this is a guzzle request, isn't it? Yeah, this is a guzzle request. I believe it is. Let's have a little dive into this. It looks like it. Well, it's a request. It's a request. Okay, so then we do all of this stuff, and we get the ID from here. I see. Make Stripe session. Let's fill all this out. Let's do checkout. Cancel. Can't spell checkout. So these are routes that I need to define. So let's do a try catch in here. Are we catching anything in specific? No, just an exception. Fair enough. Okay. Now what I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to store this session ID. It's a string literal, do not change it. The actual session ID is returned in the query parameter when your customer... Oh, I see. Session ID. That needs to be... That's off of the back of success, isn't it? I've put them on the wrong order, haven't I? Silly me. That's silly. That needs to go here. Which means that all of this needs to go in the cancel. Yes, success and cancel. All right. Can I lower down the volume? Of course I can. Sorry about that. I will do that now. Sorry. There we go. Is that okay? Apologies. It's way too loud. I'll knock it down a little bit further. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of PHP Storm Dark's desk solutions. I am a big fan of PHP Storm. Best IDE I've used for PHP. And I've used a lot. Hey Marco, thanks for joining. We're playing around with a bit of Stripe today, seeing if we can wire things up, the checkout at least. Okay. Is the sound okay now, everybody? Or have I deafened everybody? Right, so what was that thing I was looking at? It was the, here. So, C blah 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 for additional parameters to pass. Checkout's session ID is a string literal, do not change it. Okay. The actual session ID is returned in the query parameter when your customer is redirected to the success page. Aha, I've got a feeling that this and this is the same. Then we return the response with JSON. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save it as a session. I'm going to do, like we've done up here. In fact, I think what I'll do is I will pull out the session, the Symfony our session. So session is equal to request get session, and then we're going to pass that into there like so, and down here we're going to do session set. This is going to be our Stripe session ID, and I think it's checkout session. I've done this the wrong way around, haven't I? Is it, or is it? No, it is name and value, and that's ID here. The audio is now good. Okay, cool. Cool. There's nothing wrong with doing single quotes at this stage. There's nothing in here that I need to escape or anything. Okay. Right, now we're setting that, and then okay, what happens after that? So this is returning that. I don't want to do that. I want to set it in my own session, so then I can pick it up when I do a redirect. The response object includes the session ID value. You'll need in subsequent calls to this to the checkout endpoint. Fine. Oops, that's going a bit. Hang on. I clicked something I shouldn't have. Where was I? Still doing number 3. Okay. So here we go. The response. This example customizes the success URL by appending the session ID for more information of this approach. Right. Send the customers to a checkout form. On the front end of your application, add a button that takes the customer to the checkout to complete their payment. Fine. You need to include Stripe.js, which I've already done. Okay, so this button takes them to a checkout form. Which I don't have yet. Let's see, view full sample. Is there anything here? Ah, there we go. See? So this is our pricing table. Gotcha. And it looks like the button. It's error message. I can't see the button. Where's that? There's a button, basic plan, select. Slightly different than the actual documentation. Okay. Pass the ID. Could I not just read this? That's the success. I see. That's the success. This is cancelled. That's the index, which we were just on. Okay. That's the JS. I don't know. It's I'm just having a look at other docs. Bear with me a minute. Okay, I just want to see how someone else has done it. All right. So I'm having a great deal of fun getting Stripe integration working. I like that. Okay, so what they've done is they've set up their session. They've got their payment methods, their line items, which is this thing here. Now this isn't obviously a subscription, but that's okay. Then we've got the JavaScript. Fine. Let's have a look at that. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Okay, so we've done that. We've done all this. This is what I want to see. I want to see charging the card. I don't see that here in the other docs. I don't see how to. It kind of says and then send them to your checkout form. Well, I haven't built the checkout form yet, so you know, I'm thinking that that's a step that either I've missed along the way or something. I don't know. For charging a credit card, you have to create a HTML page. This demo is taken from the Stripe website. So you have our, let's just click on that. That's accepting payments. Create your payment form. Right, I think this is what I need to build. I reckon. So form charge, blah 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 blah, Stripe elements. That's the CSS for it. That's charge.js. And then in charge.php, this is the Stripe API secret. This is charge create, which is all of this. Charging a customer. Charge create, customer create. Yeah, because I'm going to need to create customer from their point of view. Make a subscription charge. Okay. For a subscription charge, all you do is change the PHP script, apparently. Plan create, then pass the subscribe the user to the customer to the plan. Okay. And then that's the response. I think this is probably what I need. This is, you know, I need to create a form. I need to create a form that has the various things, I think. So you got your label, card element. Yeah, let's give that a go. Yeah, because here it's so weird. Here it's like, here's the button that you click. So on the front end of your application, add the button that takes the customers to checkout to complete their payment. I mean, okay, let's just throw that in and just see what happens. But pass the ID, the price ID of your customer selection to the backend endpoint that creates the checkout session. And if we view the full sample here, create checkout session, yep. Handle request, show error message. Like maybe the checkout page is all, I don't know, I don't want to say it's automatically generated, it's not. Get element by ID checkout. Okay, so that element ID is this. On click, create a set, run this, here we go. On the click, we create the checkout session, which is running this endpoint. I see, okay, that's making more sense. Passing in the plan ID, price ID, and then we redirect to checkout, passing in the session ID. I see now. So we redirect to checkout. Now, right, I see now. I see. So, in the sense of what I need to do, on here, when someone goes to pricing, I want to know what that does though. Redirect to checkout. Stripe.redirect to checkout. Stripe is publisher key. Redirect to checkout. Redirect to checkout. But what is where is checkout? What is that defined as? Stripe checkout sample. There's nothing in here that shows that's the price table. Professional. There's nothing in here that so weird. I was kind of half expecting to see a form with, like, you know, card details and stuff. Maybe that's not the way it works. I don't know. This is like pretty new to me, so I kind of want my own form. Anyway, what I was thinking is when someone clicks on one of these things, they obviously go to here. We make the decision as to whether they've chosen monthly and yearly. We get the plan. We get the internal name. We check whether it's monthly or yearly, and we create the session for Stripe at this stage. Then we save the ID. And what we need to do then is redirect them to the checkout. So we are pretty much here, right? But we've already clicked on the checkout. Create session, JSON stringify price ID, then return to result. On checkout, add the event handler to the button to redirect to the checkout, calling redirect to checkout. Right, let's have a look at that. That's the JavaScript SDK. Redirect to checkout. Use Stripe redirect to checkout to redirect customers to checkout. A Stripe hosted. Okay, I didn't realize. Sorry. A Stripe hosted page to securely. Fine. I didn't capture that. I thought I would have had to have created the checkout page. Okay, fine. A Stripe hosted page to securely collect payment information when your customer completes their purchase. I didn't realize. I thought, because I've been reading a lot of documentation where people have been creating their own forms. Ah, right. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to do this or not, but we'll see. So how should this work then? I mean, this is our endpoint to create, and then we return JSON. Maybe we just need to do that. Maybe this needs to return JSON. Yeah. All right. Let's do it this way then. Fine. Okay. Let's do a return instead of doing a redirect to root then, because if we don't have a checkout, we will use their checkout. Okay, fine. I suppose I could have an order summary page at some point, but let's not worry about that. So I want to do a return. I want to do a new response, new JSON response, sorry. And we're going to pass in session ID. Is that how they've done it? No. Lowercase the d. Session ID, and then it's going to be the session, which is checkout session ID. Okay, so this is going to be JSON then. It's going to return the JSON response. Which seems super weird to me, but right, let's see. It's probably going to fail because I haven't set up the API various bits. Let's see if that where does that all get set up? It gets set up in at this point, doesn't it? So we do app add request set the API key. Can I do this? At what point do I do this? In where's this person doing it? Setting the PHP SDK, charging the card, creating the API key. They do it in Charge.js. Do I need to do it from a constructor level, maybe? I think I do. Sorry, too many tabs. Too many tabs. Accepting payment. That's the wrong tab. It's products. Hang on a minute. Where's all these windows gone? It's in Safari. That's why I'm getting confused. Okay, right. Yeah, so this is done at the autoloader level. So not well, the global level. So I think what I'm going to do is on the constructor, I am going to, because I can't do it here, public function what do they need? What do you need? I'm on the wrong damn browser again. Here we go. Stripe set API. It's just Stripe and then set API key. Okay. I feel like I could do this at a lower level, but Stripe set API key. And we're going to pass in, we don't need you anymore. We're going to pass in the parameter bag. That's what we're going to do. Which is here. And we are going to do Stripe API key is equal to parameter bag get, and give me a minute whilst I get that. Where does that live? There. Okay. And whilst we're at it, we'll do a private parameter bag. And we'll pass that into here as well. We'll pass that as a constructor argument. There we go. And then we can do this. This parameter bag is equal to parameter bag. This parameter bag, and which means that down here I can remove that from here. Oops. And down in here I can do this parameter bag. Okay. Same with this one, and same with that one down there. Okay, so we've set that. We are returning JSON. I'm going to do it down in here. I'm going to do that in here. Like that. And I'm going to have a look at the docs again. Oops. See, I think this is built for APIs, and it's not really one, is it? Why? I don't understand why it's all done in. I mean, I know that we have to use the JavaScript and stuff. Well, maybe I should just continue. Yeah, I am going to put this down in here. response is the new response. Okay, fine. So this would be, because we're not using Slim, return new JSON response. And there we go. Okay. Now, obviously these aren't set up. Let's do local on this and local on this. I'm going to just quickly throw those together. So we've got a public function success and a public function cancel, both take in a request. And also they need to have specific routes. So this one will be /checkout / success, and that will be success as well, and this will be cancel, and this will be cancel as well. Oops. Okay. I guess what we should do is return something. Let's create some routes here. So we want templates, and we want to do front end, and we want to do checkout, and we want to do success. Can't spell success. Still can't spell success. And we'll do the same for cancel as well. It's a lot to get your head around, this whole stripe mechanism. Okay, so index, cancel, and success, fine. Let's go to, I mean, I don't even know if these yet are API responses, but whatever, like JSON responses, but then in here we do return this render. This is front end checkout. What's this? Cancel. And this one here is render success. All right. Let's just see if I can land on those pages. So we do cancel. Make sure that they're wired up. And then, oh no. Parameter bag of method constructor references parameter. Oh, it's a parameter bag interface, isn't it? Yep. There we go. Let's cancel. Let's do success. Why do I have such a bad time trying to spell success? I think it's because, well, A, I'm dyslexic, and B, the C's, the E, they all turn into one mushy character in my eyes. Okay, that's working fine. I mean, they're just two dummy roots. So this is this bit here. We're saving it as well in the session, so we're still doing that. And we're still doing all this stuff, and we're getting all the various things back. Okay. Now, their example is very JavaScript heavy. On the back end, create an API endpoint that creates a session for your front end to call. You need these values: success URL done, cancel URL done. We've set our API key up. We've done all of this stuff. Send your customers to the checkout form. So this is the button that they press to go to checkout, to redirect them to checkout. See, now I'm wondering, maybe we do need to have a secondary order summary page that has this JavaScript running, which calls this thing. Maybe that's probably what I should do. Because the thing is, I don't want them to go straight to... I don't want a user to go straight to the checkout after clicking on that thing. I want there to be an interim page. Okay, so maybe what we need to do in here yeah, maybe, okay. But then that would remove the form. Oh god. Because at the moment, it would work like this. You click on the pricing page, and then you click on Go Pro, and it would take you straight to the Stripe checkout. These would be the buttons. So you'd have a button here, and then you would have a button there. And on clicking on this, it's going to do it. From what I can gather, it's going to do a return a fetch of that, which is so you're passing in the price ID. I'll be passing in the plan. An event handler to the button to redirect to checkout, calling the redirect to checkout and passing in the checkout ID and and the price. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm going to stand up. I've been sat down for too long. Right. My back. So, let's just move this up a bit. So these buttons need to change. So these buttons are done on the pricing page. So if we go to pricing, index, these are these things down here. These plans. And these should be on your front end of your application. Add a button that takes your customer to the checkout to complete their payment. You also need the Stripe.js. Right. So they are. We'll do the monthly one first, which is this one here. Monthly and then yearly. Okay. So this is a button, and so it doesn't have a href. Like that. It has, but what we could do is we could do a data plan is equal to monthly, and then we'll do the yearly at the same time. That will be button that would be yearly. Okay, so we got the monthly and the yearly buttons, although that needs to be a button, not a link. Let's just make sure that looks okay. And then we need to write some JavaScript, yuck, 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 to hook these in. So these buttons don't do anything now. I've broken my functionality. Right, so what we need to do is I'm going to give these an actual class. So we'll call it plan BTN. All right, and then we'll get into the JS. So we'll go over to the old assets, which are in, or I could just do it on this page, but yeah, I guess I could do it here for just ease. I'll do it here and then I'll move it once I'm happy with it. I'll create a module and all that jazz. Check out fetch setup, all of this jazz. Price IDs for these things. Get your Stripe publisher key to initialize the Stripe.js. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. I want to do something like const hang on a minute. Let's just see how they've done it themselves. var create checkout, var handle result, var show error message, and then we do a fetch of setup. Right. Let's do a monthly BTN is equal to document dot get elements with class name I suppose they could be IDs. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's do an ID of plan monthly BTN. Actually, that's yearly, of course. Yeah, so there's no need for there's no need to overcomplicate this with data plan sort of data attributes. There's no need for that. So that's the yearly one, and then this one up here would be the monthly one. Yeah, that makes sense. So get element by ID, and the ID would be plan monthly BTN, and we have another one for yearly. Let's just worry about one of them though. Let's just worry about the monthly at the moment. So we want to do monthly dot click, and I guess what we should do, so we've got get element by ID, add an event listener, click function event, then we run that checkout jobby. So let's do the same deal, so that you are adding event listeners. Let's just do that. Add event listener. Click. Excuse me. Click, 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 click. It's a function, obviously. Getting in the event. And then what you do is you call that thing. So we've got a function that we need to define, which is create. Let's create another one. Add to cart. That is our little function that we're going to do, which is this thing up here. So we'll do let add to cart. Let's do var for compatibility's sake. Let's work on for compatibility's sake. So equals function right. So I'm not going to pass in the price ID, or I need to pass in the plan, don't I? So plan name. And then what we do is we return something. We return a fetch. So I will just I'll just deal with that in a minute. Okay, so back here, what we need to do is we need to call that. So add to cart, passing in the plan name, and the plan name will be let's just hard code it in. So this one is monthly. Dot then function passing in data, I guess. And then what happens here? Yeah, then we do the stripe redirect jobbies. Okay, so that is this stage. Now the problem is stripe.redirect. I'm gonna have to, let me just copy this because I don't have, this is all coming from stripe.js. Yeah, let's just copy that. So it's doing a redirect to checkout, and then it's doing a handle request. All right, so I need to create that as well. Right, var handle request, which is equal to a function. What do we do with that? Handle request. Is it handle result? Sorry, handle result. Handle results. Handle result. Here we go. Show error message. Is that all the thing? Is that if result is okay? Fine. Else do nothing. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Show error message. I think at this stage I think I might just do a console.log because I'm only doing this on locally. Console log, and we'll do results. Dot error dot message, and we will also console.error that. Okay. Then handle that. Redirect to checkout. Add event. Then I feel like I've missed a step. Oh yeah, add to cart. Which is the that's the setup routines. It's this here. It's this routine here, which is that. Okay, let's do that. Var add to cart is equal to a function, and we pass in our plan. Oh, I'm sorry, I've already started it up here. Beg your pardon. Is this one here? Right, so then we want to do a return fetch. That's right. Of /. Now, what did I call it? I can't remember. It's been such a long time since I've gone into PHP. Here we go. Add subscription and then the plan. Well, in fact, we can get around this by, if it was a post request, we could do this, couldn't we? We could do plan. Actually, it's this, isn't it? It is just that, and that is a post request. So let's do post. Let's do methods. Post, and that will post the plan. Okay, back into our JavaScript, which is here. It is, I've forgotten it. Add to subscription. Add subscription. It's checkout / add just subscription. Checkout / add subscription. There we go. Right. Okay. And yes, it is la 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 la. It is this. It's pushing sorry, a method. Oh, come on. Method. Returning fetch. Method is post. That's why it's not working. There we go. Returning method post, and then passing in headers, and those headers are. I'm not even going to bother typing that out. Let's copy that. Put that in there. Then we've got the body. I see now. This makes sense now to me as I'm doing this, and after I've gone over the documentation many times. JSON dot stringify. Yeah, stringify. And we're passing in an object where we have, I think it's, is it price ID with a capital I and a lowercase d? Yes, it is. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're passing in plan. And that is our plan name. Yes, because I don't want to show any IDs at all on the front end. Right. So this happens. And then after that happens, after the body, after that, there we go, after the fetch, sorry, then we handle fetch result. Handle fetch result. Right, what's that? Handle fetch result function. If result is okay, then if result isn't okay. Okay, I think I'm just going to copy that. I don't think I'll change that. Show error message. I'll copy that as show error. I'll copy that. But what I'll do is, instead of actually doing anything here, var get element by error. Let's just console.log the message for now. I won't bother with. I'm only wanting to test this at this stage. Okay, so are we done now with the JS? Probably not, but oops. Right. Right, let's step through it, make sure it makes sense, some sort of sense. Okay, so we get the monthly and the yearly, fine. We've got a routine here to handle a fetch result. And then we've got a routine here that shows an error message. We've got a routine here to add to the cart, so that runs checkout, add subscription, passing in the post request with the body of plan, and that's the plan name that we pass through. We also have a handle result routine, which logs any errors. And then down here we've got this is where the magic happens. We do monthly dot add event listener, passing in a click event, and that click event runs the add to cart, passing in the monthly routine, passing in the monthly flag. Sorry. We got function, we got data, we do stripe, we do a redirect to checkout, and then we got the session ID, and then after that we handle the response. Is that it now? Off you go. Maybe. I'm going to run this and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen, eh? It'll all just fall flat on its face. Let's grab the DevTools, make sure that we've got that to hand. And typically, I was on the other tab. Let's bring this. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's refresh. Okay, lots of problems. Could not find a constant post method in blah 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 subscription. Okay, let's deal with that. Add subscription cart. Just make sure annotations are enabled. Oh, is this the is this thing? I'm sure I've done that before. Does it need to be in quotes, maybe? Probably does, doesn't it? Yeah. There we go. Okay, so let's hit this. What happens? It's doing an AJAX request. You can see it. Something's happening. However, aha, it's returned a 500 exception. Okay, let's just bring this to here for a second, just to... Okay, here we go. Plan name, structure upper, get plan. Structure upper expects parameter 1 to be a string, but null has been given. Interesting. My guess is that because it's through the body and not actually a form data, my guess is that what I need to do instead of doing get, we need to do get content, and let's do body here. Get content, and then what we do is we do a JSON decode of all of this. And we're going to do it associatively. And then plan the name is going to be body plan, and we'll use other way around. Null color coalescing. There we go. Okay, right. Let's give that another whirl. Let's do it. I probably have to needed to have refreshed that, but anyway, here we go. Undefined index plan. Brilliant. Let me dump that out. Maybe it is coming back as an object and I've forgotten. Oh, have I? For some reason, is that up? Is that why is that uppercase? That's strange. Why did I set that as up? Have I set that as uppercase? No. Fine. Let's try it again. Aha, right, so we've got some errors now. This API call cannot be made with a publishable key, API key. Please use a secret API key. You can find your API. Okay, something is not quite right with my API key, which is here. All right, bear with me a minute. That's weird. That's a bit weird. This API cannot be made with a publishable API key. Please use a secret. Okay, maybe I'm using the wrong thing. I reckon I am. I wouldn't put it past me. I just need to find the right file. Bear with me a minute. Aha. Aha, okay. Let's just get rid of those. Right. Okay, so I've changed it to the secret rather than the API key. Let's run that again. Right, this request. Come on. No, we got an error. Invalid array. Well, that's useless, isn't it? I mean, of what? Invalid array. That's coming out as a message. So, that's probably down to something going on here, which would be... I don't know. Well, it's coming back with error and then message. So that would be handle fetch request. This has come out as a on headers. Let's have a look. 400 bad request. Okay, so it's not okay. Aha, it's this. Show error message. Throwing this. Okay, let me just do a console.log JSON dot there, let's just console log the whole thing. Right, do it again. Okay, so it's pushing up plan monthly, and then the response is an error. Okay, so we preview that. Invalid array. It's still an invalid array. If we go to the console, what have we got? Aha. Invalid array. In a promise, which has been caught on line 165. Am I filtering this by any kind of thing? Doesn't look like it, does it? Okay, 165, and it was caught on 202. 165. Nice. Okay, that's where it's caught from. Beg your pardon. So we do console. It's going to be here, isn't it? Add to cart. Add to cart, which is up here. Post request, JSON plan, then handle fetch result. Okay. Invalid array. Is this, let's see if this is actually coming from PHP. That would be interesting. Let's go to the logging of this. So let's do a bash. Let's do a tail -f var log devlog. Okay, so we can see that we can see that it's coming in and actually selecting that, grabbing it as monthly. So we can see that that is happening. So if I hit go again, we should see something coming through. There we go. Right. So this all happens and we get all this jazz. Okay, so there's no errors on the PHP end. That's been populated at least. Okay. And we can see that it's running monthly. So, you know. So from the PHP side of things, it has got to... We got the plan, do all this jazz. We are finding the byte. It's got to this point here. So we found it. We would have thrown exceptions if we couldn't have found the plan, so that's fine. And then we do a set. And then we do a name, get internal name. Check whether they're all of these things. We get the various bits and pieces. And then we do this down here. It's possible that the error is coming from here, but again, we would do that try and catch. This is this exception get error. I don't think so. What's this about? Hang on a minute. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's not right. Get message. I reckon that was the problem. Let's run that again. And let's go back to network. Let's click on new. Let's wait for that to come through. Okay, here we go. It's still an invalid array. Wonderful. Okay, can I get anything else from here? Let's do some logging. Let's do some logging. We really should put some logging in here anyway. Let's do this, not in there, logger. This is the logger interface. All right. This logger is equal to logger. Okay, so we'll create private logger. Here's logger. Okay, scroll down to where it's been set, where the errors are here, because this is useless. This is just fanning about with that. I'm not even going to bother doing that. Logger, we're going to do error. Okay, so this is exception, get message. Hang on, why is that not happy? There we go. Get trace, get code, get line, get file. I think what I'll do is I'll log it, but I'll also throw it. Throw exception after I've logged it. Just so I can see it being thrown and I can actually see the output, the PHP output. Come on, throw me an exception and show me what's wrong. Come on. There we go. Right. New static instance. Here we go. This is what I wanted to see. Invalid array. So Stripe is saying it's an invalid array, which probably means then that this is incorrect. So let's go and have a look and see. Quantity, price, line items, they all look good. We got the success URL, we got the cancel URL, cancel, success, that's spelled correctly. Payment method types is card, mode is subscription, yes. It doesn't unfortunately give me any other clues. It's a 404, invalid request. Okay, let me compare this then. With what we have on here. All right. I'm going to copy that, and I'm just going to use it for reference, I think. It's possibly a problem with the price ID. I don't know. Right, so we've got our success URL. Cancel URL. payment method types mode. So I'm not missing anything. Price and that. That is that. Why do we seem to have? We seem to have. Ah, right. Line items is an array of an array. See that? Gotcha. Right. Okay. It's an array of an array. Right. Okay. So that's that, and then that's that. Yeah. Yeah. So just lining these up, I think that's the issue. Let's just comment that out for now, and then let's run this again and see what we get. See what we get. All right. We click on headers, we can see that this is all going through fine. And on preview or response, it's still going. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It has got. We've got a session back. We have our session back, but it's erroring. Why is it headers? It's a 200 OK. Why is that red? Is it just red because it took a while? That might be why. But hey, we got our session ID. Whoop whoop. Okay. Now, ideally, what I would like to do at this point is then redirect from PHP, but apparently these docs don't. They're doing it through JavaScript. I'm sure there's a way. I just haven't learnt it. Anyway, so we have our session stuff. That's great. I'm super chuffed that we have our ID that we've got. Good. So I was kind of hoping that would redirect to yeah, surely that should have redirected to the Stripe checkout, because that's what I kind of I'm aiming for. Right, let's get rid of this this here. There we go. All right. So we got our session ID. That's what we're passing back. That is the thing that we get, and then we'll get to the pricing page. Stripe, add to cart monthly data. Okay. So why did that not fire off? That's confusing. Let's add to cart monthly. Then are we are returning this presumably, or we are then handle fetch result. Returning, yeah, we are. Oh, JavaScript, why are you being annoying? Console.log. Let's log the data. Okay, because we're not doing that at the moment. All right, let's hit that again. Well, let's refresh. Right, let's hit that again. Come on. That's the session, and then here we go. Uncaught in promise. Reference error. Stripe is not defined. Yeah, this is because Stripe is not defined. But it is, though, isn't it? I mean, we put it in here on the head, as I was told to do. And we can see it being, or can we? Hang on a minute. Sources. Yeah, js.stripe. We can see that it's coming in here. We got the v3. There we go. So we have it. It's possibly not at the right time. Right, let's go back to the documentation. Let's start from the top here. So we've done this. This is that. We've done that. We've done all this. We've done this. Send customers to the checkout form, which is this, and then that is the buttons that we're clicking. Okay, so maybe let's just have a look at the actual HTML of the page. That might help me. Let's just have a look at the page elements. So in the head, we have our script that communicates to Stripe. And then and we've got this thing that's happening as well. Okay. And then somewhere in here we go. We have our code that we're writing. So either that isn't found. I'm so confused with this. On the front end of your application, add a button that takes your customers to complete their order. You also need to include Stripe.js. Stripe.js is in the head. As always, load Stripe directly. Fine. But the error we've got, the error we have is, sorry, going all over the place. Here, Stripe is not defined. Okay, let me see. Have I spelled all of this correctly? Because this is usually a thing. I usually spell things incorrectly. Stripe. Call the Stripe.js method. In here. Do. I don't know. Let me see. I'll see if there's any. Stripe is not defined. It's going to be a silly mistake, isn't it? It's going to be utterly daft. Here we go. Okay, I'm trying to implement Stripe elements into my Rails app, but I can't seem to include the Stripe.js correctly. Here is my application. Fine. Okay. And then you get this. Stripe is not defined. Stripe error. First script tag is not properly formatted. Is it not? I had similar error. Mine was because I was calling Stripe inside another function. If you remove var from the front of Stripe, it means that Stripe is now global. Okay, I suspect what's happening is that Stripe.js is loading after your own JavaScript. Try moving Stripe above your own JavaScript in the header. I wonder if that's what I need to do. Knowing that migrating from v3, right, script. You might want to use something like this, JavaScript include tags. I wonder if this is something to do with the fact that I'm doing it manually rather than through Webpack on Core, maybe. I don't know. Let's do Stripe is not defined. Symfony. Let's see if there's anything related to Symfony. There's something on Laracast. Let's have a look at that. I still get this error after putting in the head. The only solution I've come up so far is to load it as an ES module as follows. Don't want to do that. Is it because I need to do this JavaScript thing? That's fine. That's okay. Ha. I reckon I need to do that. I reckon I need to do something like that. Notice where I put the single quotes surrounding it gets put into input. Looks like the stripe secret is not being found because the PK key is part of the test API key. Thanks, but shows the same error like var stripe config test. Let's just try that without anything for a second. I just want to see what return comes back. And I'm gonna have to refresh the page because it's JavaScript. Okay, var stripe config key, stripe key. See, I don't know. Is this a good thing? Aha. Invalid value for stripe. API key should be a string you specified undefined. Okay, so let's do this. This needs to be a string, right? Let's do. Let's try and do a. Let's do a blank string first, right? And what's this? What is this? This is the test key, yeah. Which is so if we were to do this as twig, we would do that. Is it double quotes or single quotes? Let's have a look. Single quotes. So this would be. I totally forget how I do. I could pass that back, and I could pass that in. So this would be stripe. Key. Is that key? That's the secret. Tell you what, let's just try it without this for a second. Just as that, and see what happens with this. Just sort of learning the mechanics of all of these things. I suppose you would need to have a key for JavaScript. Empty string. API publishable key. Is this the same key as the thing I've put up on? I think it is, isn't it? It's the same key as this one, which is that one, I think. Let's do. This stripe API key. This is actually a secret, not a key. Let's do secret. And then, oops, what I need to do is, I think I need to get this back, but the key. Stripe API key, and I think what I need to do is to pass this down in, it would be in the pricing section, damn it. Rats, okay. Yeah, I think in the pricing page, which is in SRC, it's in controller here. Let's do a public function construct and pass in parameter bag interface. And we will do same deal, I suppose, but with the key on here. There we go. This Stripe API key is equal to parameter bag get, and I've forgotten what it is, so let's go and have a look. It is this one. There we go. Sweet. There we go. So then what we can do down here is we can say Stripe API key is equal to this. Oops, Stripe API key. Okay. Okay, okay. Fine. And then down in here, we then do Stripe API key. I think that might work. I don't know, but we'll see. Right then. Let's clear the messages, let's refresh the pages, and let's just see what happens, shall we? Who knows, this could be totally useless. Okay, let's hit GoPro. Your test Stripe.js integration over blah 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 blah. Oh, look at this! Oh my gosh! Woo! Yes! Yes! Oh man, look at that! I haven't seen something so glorious. Oh, I thought I don't know if anybody noticed that I was getting a little bit frustrated. Oh, wow. Let's go back. Let's do that again. Press GoPro. Hello. Wow, just before lunch as well. That's really good. I'm impressed. Okay. Okay, let's see now. What happens to this? I think I can do... let's have a look at... Stripe test cards. Test card numbers. Oh man, this is so good. This is so good. Right, here we go. I need to put in an email address, so we'll do foo@testing. See, this is the thing, right? Before all this, the user would have registered. So am I able to pass in these things? Meh, okay, whatever. Let's just see what happens, shall we? Let's do 42, 42, 42, 42. I don't have... There we go. And then let's do... I think I can just put in anything that is current. So let's do 0. Let's do 04, and let's do 23. And I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 there. Name on the card is Peter. And for the postal code, let's just find a London-based postal code. WC2N 5DU. All right, subscribe. What happens? I don't know. Who knows? Never got this far before. This is quite exciting. I've got a green tick. I don't know what this means. Oh, I've just realised I'm not actually showing. Ah, it's gone to success. I'll show you all that again. That was so cool. I'll show you all the... Sorry, I had that all on talking mode because I was having a dance. Let's do... Let's do... Oh, my hamburger menu stopped working. How rude. Let's go to pricing. Right, here we go. GoPro. Takes me to Stripe. I'm going to put in my email address as foo1 test card info 42 42 42 42 42 42 42 42 42. There we go. Anything in the future for the old expiry date, so 23 and 1 2 3 as our CV. Is it CVC or whatever the code is called? Put in the name as Peter, passing in the postal code as WC 2N 5DU. That's a London-based jobby. And then hit subscribe. This is so cool. Give it a minute. We've got a green tick, and then that goes to our success page. Whew. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. So that's done. Well, I mean, we need to stiffen up the code somewhat, but it's the flow works. And if I was to press back, then we go to the expired link, and if I press back on here, we go to our cancelled link. Aha. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to do some better logging handling and error handling and logging. I also need to wire up the yearly bit, and I also need to deal with the success. So once the success comes through, I need to then grab the user. We can get rid of this and that. We can deal with the user. I guess at this point, when we actually hit, so we don't actually have the index page. That doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so at this point, what I need to do is, well, I need to add the registration portion of this in. So that happens before the checkout. So I need to add that in. So we've already got the registration page running. It's just a case of, so if I was to go back here for a second, let's bring that over here. I quite like, I'm warming to the idea of having a checkout form that is on Stripe, not on my system. It's just less things for me to play with and deal with, less hassle. So, what was I saying? What am I doing? Right. Yes, so we already have our registration form. This is this thing here. Sorry, when we hit start learning to code, yeah. We already have our reg form, which is here. Get rid of that for now. So what I need to do when we hit pricing, when we hit these two, instead of automatically taking the user to checkout as they are currently doing, what we need to do, which is what this is doing, which is fine. What we need to do instead of that, we need to bounce them over to here, which is the registration form. We need to somehow store, I'll do it in a session, the choice that the user has made. They fill out all of this stuff, and instead of registering the user, so let's do an example for a minute. Let's do test. What's the date? 17th. So 1704 at at testing.howtocodewell.net. That we'll use that as the email address. That'll be the that'll be the username. We'll do test1, and we'll give it a password of all of that stuff. If we hit register, it's just going to register the user as a free user, right? Which is fine, but we want to acknowledge the fact, oh, I've got some errors here, but I'll have to deal with that at another time. Once that registration bit is complete, we'll need to then go over to the to here. Now, if I could pass in the email address, that would be great. And maybe even, no, yeah, just the email address. That would be great. Yeah, that's so cool. Happy with that. Okay, so obviously there's a couple of errors. There was an error there with the login. Let's do that with the registration. Let me just capture that and put that in GitHub, because that's what I'll fix next, because obviously I need that flow to work. Something to do with the status ID, I think. Sweet, I am super happy with this. That's test 2. Alright, what's the error here? Insert into order summary. Okay. Status ID cannot be null. Right, let's just work that out. Put that onto a GitHub GitHub ticket, wherever GitHub's gone. Go to the website, create a new message, an issue. Sorry, no. It's issues. And new issue. It's a bug report. It is a code issue. And this is error when registering. And I'll put that in as the code. And I will deal with that next. Cool. I'm really happy with this. You know, we've made a lot of progress today. I actually have a checkout page that does something, which is great. Right, I'm gonna shoot. I've been doing this for now almost 3.5 hours, so thank you for joining today, everybody, and seeing the struggle. This is going to be, obviously, what I'm building here is the new platform for How to Code Well. Eventually, it will be the home for people to watch the videos, the premium videos as well as the free videos that are currently on YouTube. But just to sort of, for anyone who's watching and wants to learn programming, there are various different courses that I've got. This is the live site, howtocodewell.net. At the moment, all of these just go to the playlists on YouTube, and we'll obviously add more as the months go on. Yeah, these just go off to the YouTube playlist. The new thing that the platform that I'm building will actually have a player. And if you're a premium user, the idea is that you'll be able to see all the free videos, but without any adverts. And also you'll gain access to things like code resources and other benefits there too. Plus, obviously, the monthly and yearly users will get videos that aren't free. So they'll get new videos that come out that are just for you, just for the premium bits. But this is the platform that I'm trying to build. Anyway, I'm going to shoot off. I'm going to grab some lunch, and then I think for the rest of the day I'm probably going to do a bit of gardening because it's nice and sunny, and I've been in doing this all morning. I was up at 6 this morning, reading up, and I also built a load of other things for the stream. So all the things like the emotes and everything. Not the emotes, sorry, the screens, the transitions and stuff. Yeah, getting our intro sequence back as well. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. Happy coding, everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.